there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelby and today I want to talk about 5 series that I definitely want to start in 2019. Most of these series I have the entirety of them sitting on my shelves and it's just time that I start them. I don't know what has been holding me back from getting to them. But yes, I'm going to hop right into it. I will link them all down below and let me know if you've read any of these books. So the first series I have to talk about is the Kate Waters series by Fiona Barton. And the first 2 books are The Widow and The Child. And the third book, The Suspect, just came out this year. And I really want to read it. But because I haven't read these first 2 books, I don't want to read it yet. I cannot justify buying it when I have no idea if I even like her writing. And so this, I believe, is a detective series. So the first one is The Widow. And it says, following the twists and turns of unimaginable crime, The Widow is an electrifying debut thriller that will take you into the dark spaces that exist between a husband and a wife. And that one sounds really good. And I definitely want to get to it. It's blurbed by Stephen King. It has pretty good reviews. I don't know what has been holding me back. I think I purchased this one on like Book Outlet, and then I purchased The Child at a library sale. I purchased The Child first. And I know that The Suspect is getting better reviews than these ones, but yeah, I really want to get to these soon. So the next series I have to talk about is the Finding Fate series by Chelsea Fine. The first book is Best Kind of Broken. The second is Perfect Kind of Trouble. And the third is Right Kind of Wrong. And I believe these are new adult romance books, if I'm not mistaken. So the first one, that is Best Kind of Broken. It says, sometimes moving on means moving in. Pixie Marshall wishes every day she could turn back time and fix the past, but she can't. She's hoping that a summer of free room and board working with her aunt at the Willow Inn will help her forget. Except there's a problem. The resident handyman is none other than Levi Andrews. The handsome quarterback was once her friend and maybe more until everything changed in a life-shattering instant. She was hoping to avoid him possibly forever. Now he's right down the hall and stirring up feelings Pixie thought she'd long buried. So that sounds really good. I'm assuming she's like a college student. And I've heard really great things about this series. And so it's been sitting on my shelves forever. I believe I got them all from Book Outlet. So definitely want to get to these soon. And then another series that has just been sitting on my shelves. I only have the first one in front of me, but it is a 4-part series. And it is the Mischief Bay series by Susan Mallory. And the first book is The Girls of Mischief Bay. The second is The Friends We Keep. And then it is A Million Little Things. And the fourth is Sisters Like Us. And like I said, I have all of them, but I just wanted to show this one. And it's a women's fiction series, I believe, about friends. 3 friends. That's what I'm assuming. Adult women's fiction. Don't think it's romance. But I haven't read anything by Susan Mallory, and for some reason I keep buying her books and I want to read her stuff before I keep buying her books. And this one, it says, Nicole Lord wants to be a good wife, but there's a difference between being supportive and supporting her husband who quit his job to write a screenplay she's never seen. He won't even help take care of their son, leaving Nicole to run the house and work full time. Sacrificing a personal life for her career is how Shannon Rigg became a VP at her firm, but she wonders now whether she made the right choice. An exciting new relationship with a great guy convinces her that it might be too late until he drops a bombshell that has her questioning whether she really can have it all. Although Pam Island adores her husband, she feels restless now that the kids are grown. Finding sexy new ways to surprise him brings the heat and humor back to their marriage, but when unexpected change turns her life upside down, she'll have to redefine herself again. Through romance and heartbreak, laughter and tears, the girls of Mischief Bay will discover that life is richer with friends by your side. Sounds like all 3 friends are going through some interesting things in their lives and they'll be tackling those problems, and I assume the problems will kind of bleed into the rest of the series. So definitely want to get to this one, especially because it's a little bit older of a publication, but definitely want to read it soon. And then another I have is by Rachel Hawk, which I have a few of her books, so I definitely need to read this series because I also have 2 standalones by her, and I'm very interested in her books because I've heard they're very similar to Denise Hunter's books, because I think they're just Christian fiction, small town romance stories from what I remember. But this one is the Wedding series, the Wedding Collection. The first one is The Wedding Dress, the second is The Wedding Chapel, and the third one is The Wedding Shop. And I absolutely love these covers. They're so pretty. I got these all off of Book Outlet as well. I buy a lot of bulk series off of Book Outlet. If I see one, I'll just buy the whole series, which is probably a bad idea, but then I never know if they're going to pop up on there again. But yes, the first one is the wedding dress. It says 4 brides, 1 dress, a tale of faith, redemption, and timeless love. Charlotte owns a chic Birmingham bridal boutique. Dressing brides for their big day is her gift and her passion. But with her own wedding day approaching, why can't she find the perfect dress or feel certain she should marry Tim? Then Charlotte purchases a vintage dress in a battered trunk at an estate sale. It looks brand new, shimmering with pearls and satin, hand-stitched and timeless in its design. But where did it come from? Who wore it? Who welded this lock shut and tucked the dog tags in that little sachet? Who left it in this basement for a 10-year-old girl? And what about the mysterious man in the purple vest who insists that the dress has been redeemed? Charlotte's search for the gown's history and its new bride begins as a distraction from her sputtering love life, but it takes on a life of its own as she comes to know the women who have worn the dress. Emily from 1912, Mary Grace from 1939, Hilary from 1968, each with her own story of promise, pain, and destiny, and each with something unique to share. For woven within the threads of this beautiful 100-year-old gown is the truth about Charlotte's heritage, the power of courage and faith, and the beauty of finding true love. Then the last series I have to talk about, I don't know if there's going to be any more in the series because Goodreads doesn't say any more coming out this year, but is the Jim Clemmie series by Jilly McMillan. She's written a lot of books and I want to start reading them, but I know that I want to read these first because I own them. And the first one is What She Knew, and the second one is Odd Child Out. I'm so annoyed because I bought Odd Child Out on Book Outlet and they don't match. So Odd Child Out is deckled edges and really large, and What She Knew is smaller and not deckled edges. So I was kind of bummed about that, but this is a really nice like floppy paperback. But I know it is a like detective series, and it's a debut novel for Jilly McMillan. And I believe that the detective's name is Jim Clemmie. So I don't really know what it's about. I'm sure someone gets murdered. I don't know. But it gets really good praise and I've heard good things about it. So yeah, I really need to get to it this year, especially if I want to read more of McMillan's work. So those are 5 series that I definitely want to read this year. Let me know if you've read any of them and if you have any recommendations for me that are similar to these. And I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.